Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to go back to the Tesla solar revolution. Okay, we're going to talk about the Tesla neighborhood that is near the Texas Gigafactory out there in beautiful Austin, Texas, which you are looking at now, courtesy of Brian Roshetsky Photography. He does drone footage of all the updates out there in Austin, Texas. This is showing you what progress they have going on out there in Austin, Texas. Really amazing, beautiful cityscape there for you to see. What I want to talk about in this video is Tesla's solar revolution and what they are doing as far as the neighborhood that they are building near the Gigafactory. They are building the homes with the Tesla solar roofs already installed, brand new, and you will see that in a moment. As we fly over, you will see that the roofs already have, they are going to have solar panels installed on top of the roofs. Okay, they are under construction, so these are not completed, but as you'll see in a moment, you'll see that there are stacks of solar panels getting ready to be installed onto the roofs, and they are going to be gorgeous. Of course, they will have the solar wall. You see the little shadow of the drone there. You're going to see that they have the solar products exclusively provided by Tesla, which is awesome, and I think these partnerships will continue. This builder is called Brookfield Management, and if you'd like to invest in Brookfield Management, you can. Their ticker symbol is BAM, and you can see that right there. You can see the sign there. But yes, they are coming already with the Tesla products installed from day one, so that's a fantastic choice if you are in the market for new construction. Now, I was talking to my friend Kaye from Invest for Tomorrow with Kaye. I was talking to my friend Manos from Money Whiskey Coffee, and also Steve from Disruptive Wealth Creation. And the question was, if you could only pick one stock, what would it be? And Steve's choice was Tesla, and I'm going to share with you his clip on why he chose Tesla if he could only pick one stock. Guys, let's check that out.
Next one,
there we go.
Steve, you want to jump on with our
yeah, sure.
topic?
Right. Well, the company that I would invest in is Tesla, and I like to practice what I preach, and that is my largest holding in my portfolio, which is Tesla. Second is CRISPR, but we're talking about Tesla. So why Tesla? Well, for me, it's not just about making money. It's also about being part of a company that's got a vision, a mission statement. So Tesla's obviously into sustainable energy. You know, it's trying to improve the environment and everything that goes along with it. So that's why this company is important for me. It's a long-term investment. I like the CEO, Elon Musk. I know he does say a few crazy things every now and again, but maybe that's what geniuses do. You know, they have their funny sort of situations. But yeah, I mean, Elon, he's a visionary, he's a scientist, he's an engineer. So when he goes into meetings, well, maybe it's not an... Manos, you're shaking your head.
He doesn't have an engineering degree.
He doesn't have an engineering degree, but he does understand the mechanics and the science of the work he's doing. Yeah.
I understand. I understand some things about medicine. That doesn't make me a doctor.
No, fair enough. So, but the point is, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when he goes into meetings, okay, he's got a fair idea of what he's talking. He's not a bureaucrat. He's not one of these sort of like paper pushers that just you know, goes through the motions and doesn't know what he's talking about. You know, he actually lives and breathes. You know, you've all heard about him sort of sleeping overnight at the factory, getting his hands dirty and actually getting involved in the company. So he knows his business. He knows what he's doing. A lot of people do say that Tesla's overvalued, but I think the people that say that tend to make the mistake of comparing it with other car companies. And those people that are involved with Tesla will say to you that Tesla is a tech company. So you should be looking at Tesla and comparing it to somebody like Apple rather than somebody like Ford or Toyota. The other thing I would say about them is obviously, like I said, they have a vision. They've got a couple of factories that are up and running. So we've got one at Shanghai. We've got one in Fremont. Last year, they produced about 500,000 cars, 500,000 cars. This year, they're projected to do about 750. That's if you agree with what JP Morgan says. They've got 2 factories that hopefully should be up and running either by the end of the year or by next year. And we're talking about Berlin, and we're talking about Texas. Now, they did have plans to do the cyber trucks and the semi trucks, but I think because of the constraints and problems with batteries, they're going to be concentrating on the Model Y, which is one of their popular cars. What else can I tell you about them? They've got the infrastructure in, so there's a lot of sort of charging points, and that's obviously one of the things that people complain about, not being able to charge the cars. So obviously people can charge them at home overnight, or they can go to a car park, either in a supermarket, or they can sort of charge them up at work if the boss lets them. 2% of cars in the USA are electric, okay? Wow. And the existing President Biden has said that by, I think it's by 2030, he wants 30 to 40% of cars to be sold and to be electric. Wow. So potentially there's a lot of growth, you know, and as I said, the company hasn't built all its factories. It's not producing at its maximum. So in my view, because there's potential growth and because they've still got a long way to go, I think the shares will reflect that as they develop and grow. So that's my take on Tesla.
All right. So let me ask that question. Since I follow Tesla very closely, let me ask you this question. Now, do you think, Steve, that Tesla is Tesla because of Elon Musk, or Tesla is Tesla as a company? What I mean to ask is, if you remove Elon Musk from the picture, do you think Tesla would have the same fan following, would have the same level of conviction to move forward and become the #1 company, probably even beating Apple?
Personally, no. I think Elon Musk is the driving force. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of talented people at Tesla, and it's one of the companies that most people would actually like to join if they could, you know, if they've got the skills. But I think he's got the business mind. He's got the focus. He's the one with the mission statement. I mean, you only have to have a look at when he makes comments on Twitter, you know, how things can change overnight, you know, whether they're crazy things or not crazy things. So I think the company would suffer, but maybe, just maybe, they would find themselves in the same way that Apple found themselves when Steve Jobs unfortunately died and Tim Cook took over. They might go through that transition period where they might have some problems. But because electric cars are the future, you know, I think there is a place for them.
Awesome. Nora, Manos, who wants to go next for the question? Do you have any questions for Tesla?
I have a question, but it's not mainly Tesla. I just want to ask Steve. Obviously, electric cars are the future, but if Tesla is to be more successful than it is now, then electric cars need to be massively adopted by the general public. And at the moment, we see that in markets like the US, it's only 2% of the cars. In the UK, we have a target by 2030. I think it's wishful thinking because the infrastructure is not here, but we want by 2030 every new car sold to be an electric car. What do you think are the biggest challenges in terms of EV adoption that will obviously impact Tesla as well?
I think probably the biggest one is still price. I think people are waiting for the price of the vehicles to go down. Okay. In terms of getting more adoption, I think you'll get more adoption in Europe. I mean, because we used to be in the EEC, and when we didn't follow the guidelines, they used to fine us. So, you know, we adhered to the guidelines a lot stricter, a lot more than we do possibly now. So if we miss those deadlines in terms of going over to electric, who's going to fine us? Nobody. But when we were in the EC, we would have been fined for not meeting those deadlines. So I think in Germany and Europe, there'll probably be a quicker adoption. In America, Nora, you probably know more, but gas is so cheap out there. You know, I don't know. You'll have to maybe make comment on that one.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing them put out something that is, what did he say, $25,000? I think that could open up a whole new market for people right now. You know, not everybody can afford uh to start financing a Tesla, but I think 25,000, I think that price point opens that Tesla option up to a lot more people. I think also once they start maybe doing the autonomous and showing that that's a successful thing, I think that could be a huge catalyst as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome. So, Steve, one question again, coming back on Tesla. Do you think this is the right price point? And let me share the screen, and then we'll take
Okay.
few questions we have in the chat.
Okay.
You're looking at the stock price at this point of time. Like so far, year to date, Tesla has dropped about 1.73, which is not that
Yeah.
bad actually.
Yeah.
It was in a 1 year high. We were like around, I would say, post split, we were at 880, and that's where a lot of hype was there. And right now we are
Yeah.
trading around 722, so it's recovered. What is your suggestion to investors who would? Is this a good price point to get in,
Yeah.
or you would want to wait and watch?
It's really difficult because there's a lot of short sellers. But personally, long term, I think it's a good price because I look at Tesla like a company that they're going to be like Amazon or Apple in a few years' time. So, in my personal opinion, I think in 5-10 years' time they would double or treble in value. So, you know, even at that price, it possibly may go down a bit. I don't know, but even at that price, I would still be buying.
Awesome. Awesome. Any other questions on Tesla before we take some audience questions from anyone?
I have a quick question. What is it that Elon Musk is planning to do on the roof of the Tesla factory? Was there not plans to make that some sort of entertainment complex of some sort, and also around the plant? Don't you think that he's trying to create like an ecosystem where it is not only like the factory, but you go there for relaxation, for family gatherings, corporate meetings, and things like that nature?
Yeah, I'm not sure which factory they're planning on doing, whether it's Berlin or one of the others, because I know that on most of his factories he wants to put panels, solar panel roofs.
Right.
So yeah, so he is very eco-friendly, despite the fact that he's obviously had lots of problems with environmentalists in Berlin. I mean, just last point that I'd like to make on Tesla is that the dream of Tesla would be for you to have solar panels on your roof, so you get the energy from the sun. It comes onto your roof. It then pays for all your electricity bills if you have enough sunlight. You then charge up your power wall, which you can then use for your car, so that you have free electricity for your car driving, so there's no fuel costs. And then in the evening, if you come home from work, you let your car out onto the street and you have a robo taxi that's making you money overnight. So this is more of an investment. You know, you're buying an investment tool rather than just a luxury or some kind of gadget.
So there you have it, guys. I will drop the link for the full video in the description if you'd like to check that out. I really appreciate you watching. If you've watched this far, you're a legend. Please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I look forward to bringing you guys more Tesla news as it comes out, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.